Comic Book Hour. I'm Dave.
And I'm Rick.
Right, this episode we're going to talk about a couple of movies. One that I'm sure many of you have, if you haven't gone to the theater, and it came out on Blu-ray here recently, Amazing Spider-Man. So I've watched this movie like 3 times. How many? You've watched it a couple?
I watched it. Well, I just watched it once since I've bought it at Walmart. But I watched it last night to kind of refresh my memory on the movie. And so one of the things I always bring up is called Amazing Spider-Man, though most of it's based on the Ultimate Spider-Man series. But I like the movie. Since I know what it's based on, I like it. And I can see on my glasses looking at that. Make sure the light isn't. I liked the movie when I saw it at the theater. So let's see, in this version compared to the Tobey Maguire series, I think I like this better. I can't remember who the actor is offhand.
Oh, his name is. Oh, that's not good. We're not doing our homework.
No.
It is. Oh, keep talking about something else there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I liked him
Andrew
as Peter
Garfield.
Yeah, I liked him as Peter Parker. Liked him better than Maguire. I know it's updated, but you know what you expect. You gotta get a broader audience, so I think it worked. Also, Gwen Stacy was in this movie. I like that.
I did too. I like the fact that they went back to Peter's first love and took him back into high school a little further than at the end of his senior year, I think, is what the Tobey Maguire and started off in. But so this one, he may have another couple years of high school anyway, and got hooked up with Gwen, and Emma Stone plays I like her acting. I got several of her movies with her in it, and thought she did a really good Gwen Stacy. And the chemistry between the two actors seemed to work really well.
And it looked like they were able, if you look at her, what outfit she's wearing, they were able to mix that 60s look with the go-go boots that she did wear back then.
Oh yeah, she had the mini skirts a lot.
Yeah,
and,
so they did pretty good to to bring her current, but also be respectful to how she looked back in the 60s and the early 70s. So Gwen Stacy was in this movie. I liked the actress that played her. She did a good job. I wasn't too thrilled with Dennis Leary as Captain Stacy because I've read the issues with Captain Stacy, and he's more of a grandpa type. I'm always been Stacy's dad, but I just didn't think Dennis Leary looked the part. He did a good acting job, but I would have rather had someone older in that part.
Well, I thought he did all right, but I haven't read the entire original comic series like you have yet. Anyway, he's working on me to get that. I like the Lizard. I thought that was a pretty cool interpretation of him. Really creepy when he started talking. So,
I actually like that. I get tired of these villains having the growl all the time. They talked in the comics. There's nothing wrong with that. So I like that he was. But he also made his noises like a lizard, but still he talked to Peter and to Gwen, and actually sounded more threatening that way. Even though he did remind me at times of Voldemort of Harry Potter, but when he was speaking. But there were times that you could make that correlation. But it was I like this. It's like this. I also like the fact that in this one Peter invented his web shooters.
Oh yeah, that was totally cool. That's better than the cop out of making them natural, which in some senses I guess makes sense, but also takes away from the original Stan Lee idea of him using his scientific ingenuity,
right,
can't talk, to create some stuff and use as a weapon and get him around town in a unique fashion. So, but I enjoyed the movie overall too myself. I watched it 3 times so far, and I thought Andrew Garfield played a really good Peter Parker. He's a little bit older actor. I think he's in his mid-20s or something like that. But he pulled off being 16 pretty good. And how they updated with the skateboard and everything, and kind of made him a bit of an outsider, but yet he wasn't so far outside that, you know.
He couldn't get Gwen.
Yeah, that's right. He couldn't hook up with the hot babe like Gwen. So.
And I also like this version of Flash compared to the McGuire movies. I think this version was. We got to see more of him being a bully, so I liked it. You know, and I like this version. I also liked at the end where he actually was wearing the Spider-Man shirt. You know, as we all know, that he was a big Spider-Man fan until he found out that Peter was actually Spider-Man. Like whenever they were revealing those identities back when, but so I like that. But also this Flash did show some compassion when Uncle Ben died. He wasn't a total dick, so
yeah,
he did develop a little bit.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how their relationship might progress maybe in another movie.
Yeah.
Because eventually they do become buddies, so in some comics and stuff I think they do.
I didn't read the whole Ultimate series, so I don't know how far that progressed. But then again, how closely will this follow the movie version anyway? I mean, the comic and movie thing is always different. And Sally Field as Aunt May was pretty good. I was hoping that for a Spider-Man Flying Nun team up, but that didn't happen. She just stayed at home. And can't remember the actor who played Uncle Ben, which is sad.
That was a Martin Sheen.
Yeah, Martin Sheen. He did a good Uncle Ben. Now, I mean, I think the Uncle Ben also in the McGuire movie did a good job too.
Yeah, that's true. I think both the guys did good.
Yeah,
I liked it that they picked Sally Field for this. She's a little bit younger, which makes, I don't know, to me makes more sense than having this 80-year-old aunt. You know,
yeah, how far apart was his mom?
Yeah, I mean between the two brothers is like 20-year gap there or what?
Yeah, I mean it's possible. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's more realistic that she's probably in her whatever age she is now,
late 50s, early 60s or something, as opposed to being 75 or 80.
Yeah.
So I like that a little bit younger aunt, and she's not so frail.
And we get the idea that she might know that he's Spider-Man, but you know that's not said. But it maybe body language might give it away. I mean, he's getting beat up and coming home, and you know she's probably putting two and two together, thinking that he's out there, he's doing something.
Yeah, maybe not a complete idiot.
No.
Someone like to write her to be, but anyhow. So overall, I give the movie a thumbs up.
I do too. One more thing, the Stan Lee appearance was pretty good in this one.
I did. I enjoyed that. That was pretty funny. I watched how they did it on the extra DVDs, and they filmed him, and then they put all that background in as computer generated scenes and stuff. So that worked out pretty well.
And that's another thing. The CGI compared to the Wire films, I know it's been over a decade, but at least that has improved, and they got away with a lot of things. And I felt that way too. That you felt like you were actually web slinging through New York with Spider-Man at times.
Yeah, and going back to how they made it thing, they used the actors actually swinging as much as they could. So some of them scenes where he's driving down the tunnel and swinging over cars, the stuntman is actually swinging over the cars. They rigged up some sort of puppeteer thing, and it's pretty interesting. So they made it as believable as they could.
I don't know what our scale is on this. Are we scaling 1 to 10 or 1 to 5? Or don't we know? Or just make it up as we go along?
Yeah, let's do 1 to 10. Everybody else does 1 to 5s and 4s. I give it a 9. I liked it.
Yeah, let's say I'd go 8.5 and a 9. 8.5 because of Dennis Leary. I mean, he's a good actor. I mean, okay, he pulled off Rescue Me on Fox, but I still wanted an older gentleman back in the comics. But I guess he did a good job. But I guess I'm letting my purist side affect my opinion a little bit here. But that's just me. But I'll give it 8.5 and a 9. I'll go 9, but.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it more I enjoyed the previous movies, but I think this one's a much better interpretation. So.
Well, we had a more wisecracking Spider-Man here too.
That's true. Yeah, he's making a lot of good jokes. So. Alrighty, that's our opinion on Amazing Spider-Man that came out here this year. So rush out to your favorite place and get your Blu-ray. The only way to get movies these days, I guess.
I got mine at Walmart. I guess Target has a extra DVD with theirs. I don't know I can't remember what it's called, but I really don't run around trying to find what's what anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're done with that review, and take a little break for a second, so I get some pop, and then we'll go on with the next one,
All
which I will
right.
edit out with us slobbering around.
Thank you.